2018 BMW 4 Series. 2018 BMW 4 Series Review. The 2018 BMW 4 Series remains a solid choice, but newer competitors are beat in the meantime. 4-star overall score. BMW is strongly linked to luxury sport coupes and convertibles. The company practically invented today's interpretation with this class using its 3 Series. 4 years ago, the 4 Series replaced the Series Coupe and convertible in name, however, not in spirit. The 4 Series continues to be delivering all of the performance, refinement and strength of the predecessor. Recently, however, your competition has increased its game. You've also got redesigned versions from the Audi A5 and S5 plus the Mercedes-Benz C-Class Coupe to take into account. In our opinion, these rivals have unseated some series on the top spot inside the class, although not by a significant margin. This could be partially assigned to the 2018 BMW 4 Series age, despite the fact that it's updated this current year. The changes just aren't significant enough to push it to number 1. Overall, though, some series remains a good choice for extra sport coupe or convertible. What's new? For 2018, the BMW 4 Series gets a variety of minor updates. They include subtly freshened front and back styling, revised suspension tuning, a newly optional virtual instrument panel, and a few minor changes to your steering wheel and interior trim materials. While the 440i's power is intoxicating, the 430i for some 4 Series pers. It is a robust performer in its own right, as well as lower price could regain more space inside your budget for some desirable options such as premium package that contributes heated seats, navigation, a virtual instrument panel and emergency telematics. Trim levels and features. The 2018 BMW 4 Series can be found in 3 body styles, a coupe, convertible and 4-door Gran Coupe. Within these models, you'll be able to choose between the 430i or 440i trims that differ mostly by engine type. The 430i is powered with a turbocharged 2.0-litre 4-cylinder engine, 248 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque, as well as the 440i gets a turbocharged 3.0-litre 6-cylinder engine, 326 horsepower and 332 pounds-feet. All of these 4 Series models provide an 8-speed automatic transmission that sends power for the rear wheels, though you'll be able to get a 6-speed manual around the coupe for an option. BMW's xDrive all-wheel drive product is also offered for an option. Standard features for that 430i include 18-inch wheels, automatic LED headlights and fog lights, a sunroof, coupe, power folding and heated mirrors, auto-dimming mirrors, automatic wipers, selectable drive modes, cruise control, a rear-view camera, BMW's Assist eCall emergency telematics and smartphone app reading some car functions. On the within, you obtain dual-zone automatic climate control, simulated leather upholstery, 10-way power adjustable front sports seats, 40/20/40 split folding rear seats, a tilt and telescoping leader, a universal garage door opener, BMW's iDrive infotainment system, a 6.5-inch display, a rear-view camera, Bluetooth phone and streaming audio, plus a 9-speaker head unit with a CD player, HD radio along with a USB input. The 440i adds keyless entry and ignition along with a premium 16-speaker Harman Kardon surround sound system with satellite radio. These features are options around the 430i. Convertible designs have a power-operated retractable hardtop that has a removable wind deflector. Notable options include various sporty exterior touches, adaptive headlights, automatic high beams, an M Sport or adaptive suspension, a mechanical parking system, a head-up display, a navigation system, premium leather upholstery, heated front seats, an electric rear sunshade, a surround view camera system, Apple CarPlay as well as a wireless charging pad. On the safety front, it is possible to also add front and back parking sensors, blind spot monitoring, forward collision warning and mitigation, a lane departure warning system and adaptive cruise control. Trim tested. Each vehicle typically will come in multiple versions which might be fundamentally similar. The S on this review use our first drive from the 2018 BMW 440i Coupe, turbo 3.0 litres inline-six, 8-speed automatic, RWD. Driving. The BMW 440i once was the top dog within the luxury sport coupe class, but recent redesigns from Mercedes and Audi own it playing second fiddle. That said, several series remains an outstanding sport touring car that may exceed most drivers' expectations. Acceleration. The 440i produces an overabundance of power. Acceleration is effortless, with smooth and quick gear changes. To a slightly lesser degree, the 430i also confidently gathers speed and definitely will certainly satisfy most drivers. Braking. The brake pedal includes a reassuring weight which is very intuitive, whether you're driving very trying to a twisty road or maybe cruising to some smooth stop about the boulevard. Steering. Steering effort is light in parking lots and gets appropriately weightier as the speed builds. There's not much feedback for the driver. Community is hard to get in any car nowadays. On the highway, a few series tracks through and very little driver input to stay within the lane. Handling. On a curvy mountain road, a few series instills a great deal of confidence and may satisfy more enthusiastic drivers. Adding the game and adaptive suspension options further enhance the sense. Non-sporty drivers may find this reassuring in evasive maneuvers. Drivability. The 4 Series is not difficult to drive in almost any condition or situation. The selectable drive modes aren't as drastically different as rivals, but drivers of a typical persuasion will find their preferred setting. It's a highly capable and accessible vehicle. Comfort. The 4 Series does an admirable job of providing driving engagement without sacrificing comfort. You'll always think that you're in a sporty car but definitely won't be reminded from it every time you hit a bump inside the road. Seat comfort. The standard sport seats provide ample lateral support to help keep you firmly planted when cornering. At the same time, there's adequate padding, as well as the well-shaped surfaces helps keep you comfortable for many hours on end. Ride comfort. Most moderate road imperfections are smoothed at the same time as competition. Even from the sport modes, the ride never gets choppy or rough. It's a good combination of feeling connected towards the road and never filling every little rut. Noise and vibration. Wind and road noise is reduced to near silence, despite the presence of the convertible, on rougher pavement as well as highway speeds. It's so quiet that BMW thought it important to add engine noises throughout the interior speakers. Climate control. The automatic climate control does a fantastic job of either heating or cooling the cabin quickly. In typical BMW fashion, we have a separate temperature selector for that top vents at the same time. Interior. The BMW 4 Series remains a good middle ground on the more traditional Mercedes and starkly modern Audi interiors. The quality of materials and construction meet expectations for luxury coupes, even inside the face of new arrivals. Ease people. There are lots of buttons and knobs in a few series, but they are grouped together and placed logically. If you've been in different BMW vehicle within the last decade, it will operate very similar. Getting in, getting out. The long doors limit access in tight parking spots, once we expect from many coupe. The seatbelt presenters remove the awkward reach back once you're seated, though. Rear passengers must squeeze past a narrow opening, and this is typical with the class. Driving position. The array of movement and numerous adjustments make certain that drivers from a size are able to find their optimal position. Extendable thigh cushions are particularly nice for taller passengers. Roominess. The 4 Series Coupe is better described as snug, however, not confining. There's ample room to become comfortable while still creating a sporty wraparound feel. Average size adults will barely fit within the back seats. Visibility. Overall outward visibility is decent for that class. Narrow roof pillars allow it to be easy to see through sharp turns, and also the standard rear view camera takes any guesswork away from backing in a tight spot. Quality. The quality materials used over the interior justify a few series price. The simulated leather from the standard 430i is quite convincing and breathes just and also the genuine article. The cabin feels durable and well assembled for an extravagance coupe. Utility. There's enough space for luggage and private items to rate some series as average for your class. Small item storage. There ain't lots of bins or pockets for use on your effects, and they also aren't particularly big. But the typical goods like smartphones, water bottles and occasional cups all have appropriate holders. Cargo space. Trunk space from the coupe just isn't as generous as with some competitors, nonetheless it will likely fit programs. The convertible's trunk is even smaller, but we had arrived surprised that 2 carry-on bags will still fit, with the very best up. Technology. This 2018 refresh updates the L-Watchy Strong iDrive infotainment system, nevertheless it's definitely not being a major step of progress. The available virtual instruments have a very certain wow factor, but Audi's is much more functionally useful. Audio and navigation. BMW's iDrive system includes a wealth of features. This means it can take serious amounts of get familiar with each of the controls and menus. After whose is intuitive, though some rivals are easier to acclimate to. Smartphone integration. With Apple CarPlay available as a possible option, smartphone control will be as good because of the system, if you have an iPhone. Otherwise, you will possess quite a bit more scrolling and commands to work many functions. Driver aids. The advanced safety measures are well tuned to capture your attention as required without being so sensitive so it sends out false or premature alarms. You get the impression that they are there when you really need them, simply then.